Hello, my delightfully and rightfully disturbed darlings. 'Tis I, your proverbial punk, hunk, and weirdo hero, Ravenous Randy Myers. Hold for applause. Thank you. And it's been oh so very long since I've been able to lay these very luscious lips on another competitor inside that squared circle. And this Saturday, I return to the ring to face one of the baddest big boys around, none other than Bishy Bear. And I have been waiting desperately 18 months to let my hands around somebody's neck and suplex them. And darling, this weekend, that shall be you.
Wow, Bishop and Randy Myers, two veterans that have been around this city for a long, long time. Here's Ryan Ventura.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is scheduled for one fall. Our referee in charge of the action is Colton G. Coming to the ring first.
I can tell you this, these are two seasoned veterans. NEW1, we got a chance to see Bishop front and center, and boy, did he look good until he was upset by Sharif Morrow. It's our first look at Randy Myers, but Bish probably has something to prove tonight.
Oh, no doubt about it, Rob Fay. Bishop was overconfident in that match against Sharif Morrow. He had it won, but one overconfident mistake, he got the loss.
In historic Hill Valley. Weighing in at 255 pounds, here is the former two-time Pacific Cup champion. This is Bishop.
That is a big, bad, angry man.
With something to prove, which magnifies the intensity.
Upset is the key word, Rob Fay. You described it when talking about Sharif Morrow's victory over Bishop. Yes, an improbable victory for Sharif. But that's exactly what Bishop is now, upset. He was furious at the result of that match, and he's out for blood here tonight at NEW2.
What makes it an interesting match is Bishop against Sharif at NEW1 was experience against the youthful exuberance of hope. Ravenous Randy Myers, gentlemen, is just as seasoned, and this, I think they're both going to leave it all in the ring tonight.
Not just seasoned, Rob, but he's unpredictable. Yes. Not like Sharif Morrow was. I mean, this match, it's a loose screw versus a short fuse.
Great description.
Now please welcome his opponent.
Randy Myers, so known in this region for the green hair, the deep sunken eyes, and unpredictable is right. Making his NEW debut tonight, there is Ravenous Randy Myers.
Known in these circles as the Weirdo Hero.
From Calgary, Alberta, weighing in at 175 pounds, he is a 50-time champion from across the Pacific Northwest, including the Defy Happy Championship. Here is Ravenous Randy Myers.
15-time champion. That says something, does it not?
It certainly does. And, you know, we're looking forward to some great out-of-town talent later on in the show. Josh Alexander from Impact Wrestling. El Phantasmo currently plying his trade with Impact Wrestling. Let's not forget that the Weirdo Hero himself, Ravenous Randy Myers, when he was Defy champion, also made some appearances on Impact Wrestling. This is a man of international renown, not just a hero right here in the Pacific Northwest.
One thing I want to call out, though, we saw that pre-match package. Randy Myers is here to suplex somebody. He spent the last 18 months preparing to suplex somebody, and did he ever draw the short stick with his opponent tonight?
I was going to say, Bish looks as big as we've seen him in recent memory, and you talk about the layoff with a lot of the wrestlers in the Pacific Northwest. Some of these guys took it serious, but Bish looks like he went for bulk. He went for size. He wanted to become the most feared enforcer in the Pacific Northwest. Some guys leaned out. Bish went for mass.
Also heard Ravenous Randy talk about in that backstage interview how he's been waiting to plant his lips on an opponent for quite a long while now. He's known to, as a taunt, get under his opponent's skin by just planting a big old kiss on the lips. And I don't think Bish is going to take all too kindly to that kind of nonsense here tonight.
Well, I can tell you, spare no expense on time as far as how long it takes Ravenous Randy Myers to get into the ring. He plays every single fan for every emotion that they have.
But you watch Bishop, he is just getting angrier and angrier. He cannot wait to get his hands on anybody, and it just happens to be Randy Myers this evening. I don't feel good about this.
Well, there's a lot of taunting at this point. Bishop just watching and waiting.
No one's denying the taunting edge goes to Ravenous Randy Myers, but the fighting edge, the wrestling edge, potentially looking for Bishop right here.
I don't know. I think Ravenous Randy is underrated in terms of his physique. He is a little bit wiry perhaps, but a pretty frightening fellow to come across. I've encountered him out in the wild in the streets of Vancouver a few times myself, and it's always a bit of a startling encounter, even if he happens to be a very nice man.
Justin Morissette, you run in some of the same circles as Ravenous Randy Myers?
I ran into him, in fact, on the 99B line more than a few times.
Well, okay, now that we know the bus route of one Justin Morissette and one Randy Myers, I think we're finally ready to go here. Bishop against Randy Myers. Just getting underway here at NEW2. Bishop with that no-nonsense look. As Randy Myers waiting for that big pucker-up moment. Bish not going to give it to him.
And Randy Myers with the all-nonsense look.
And the middle finger. Oh, kissing the bird. I don't think that's what Randy was expecting. Oh, my. That had Bishop thinking a number of different things. Finally, the bell rings. We're underway. These two veterans know how to put on a show.
An incredible dual shush transfer from Randy Myers into a slap.
And we saw that pure aggression from Bishop right off the top, but the playfulness of Randy Myers seems to have subdued him just a little bit.
I got to be honest, as a play-by-play guy, I'm not sure how to call this match right now. Bishop patiently waiting. Randy Myers through the ropes. That's what we're looking for. Bish down to the mats. Randy immediately getting ready to play the crowd. You plan for these matches if you're Bishop, thinking of how you're going to wring Randy Myers' neck, and Randy is a tough guy to figure out.
See, that's how he gets you. He unsettles you with some of the taunting, some of the bravado, but then boom, he hits one move, he hits another move. Ravenous Randy Myers, still a very dangerous competitor.
These two veterans, both at the top of their game and have been for so many years. Bish is one of those guys where he's slow to start, like an old 57 Chevy. Once you get that guy on the open highway, look out. But tough start to this match against Randy Myers.
But credit to Ravenous Randy. We've talked about the aggressiveness of Bishop. Randy holding on to that choke along the ropes as long as he possibly could, and it's got Bish seeing stars right now.
Sold out crowd here at the Vancouver Convention Centre, watching a good one. Bishop, oh, everything so powerful. Through the ropes, grabs Randy. Oh, right onto the part of the ring that is
the hardest.
That
good
takes
gracious.
Days, weeks, if not months off of a career every time.
Bish finally getting a little offense. I don't know if he's mad at Colton G, the referee, or at himself that he's put himself in this predicament, but finally back into the ring he goes as Randy Myers trying to collect himself. And just as Bishop was going to go out and get him, Randy back in and ooh, right on the face, the big size 13 of Bish, who squishes and twists.
If you're Randy Myers, you want to use all of that 10 count on the outside to try and rest and recuperate after that sidewalk slam on the apron.
Randy Myers coming out to the ring with that eye black as well. Bishop trying to make sure he leaves the ring with black eyes.
Bishop now with a loose and limber Randy Myers draped over his right shoulder. Now, if you remember NEW1, Bish got the momentum and couldn't close the deal, which was why Sharif Morrow walked out with a victory. Does he make that same mistake again tonight?
I don't think so. I don't think he's going to take any chances with Ravenous Randy. I feel like he's going to go for the win as soon as he hits a huge move, and that's going to be the end of it.
You're right, Rob. We saw him get a little overconfident a month ago at the gaming stadium. It's like tonight he punched his card on his way to the ring, clocked into work. It's time to get to it.
Boy, with the grip of an anaconda around the waist of Randy Myers while he rakes the eyes of the ravenous one. Randy gasping for any bit of air that he can find. Bishop's got him right in the middle of the ring, but finally flips around. Look at this.
What a submission counter by Ravenous Randy. Unorthodox, stopping the back.
Like an inverted surfboard from Randy Myers. Certainly did some damage there.
Both these combatants look gassed. Got to remember, these wrestlers, some of them are still getting that horsepower back after the long layoff, but these two have so many tricks in the books.
Huge boot from Bishop off the ropes. He is done playing.
Does he have enough for the win? That's two. Oh, just enough. Randy Myers nearly out of gas, but he had just enough to extend this match a few more moments.
But a bit of a shift in Bishop there. It's not like the Sharif Morrow match. He hit a big kick to the face and immediately went for the cover.
Had the wherewithal to look for that pin right away. You said it perfect, Bowman.
Bishop, everything close-fisted, everything full force. Randy, after starting offensive, has really taken and absorbed a lot of punishment over the last couple of moments, including that big chop. Bish with another one right across the solar plexus.
Bishop now taking exception to fans in the audience, though. He needs to keep his focus on his opponent if he wants to walk out with a win tonight.
Now this is where Bishop needs to close the deal. Work in the room like nobody can. And gets caught by Randy Myers as a result of once again not being able to close the deal.
We might be seeing a little bit of deja vu from NEW1.
Bishop now has Randy about 6.5 feet up in the air and throws him into the turnbuckles. Oh, all the way in. I think that hurt both parties.
Rolling cannonball from Bishop. That's a lot of weight coming at you.
And you saw the way the leg spasmed from Randy Myers after he took that shot in the corner. He's going to be feeling that one for weeks to come.
Bishop now looking to get right back to the offensive. Going up to the first, now going up to the second turnbuckle. Does he dare go higher? Straight splash down on Randy. That's got to be it. Hooks the leg. Oh, just in the nick of time. Bishop can't believe that Randy found a way out.
So you'd mentioned that he had spent the layoff cultivating some mass, putting on bulk. That's one part of it. But it looks like he also learned how to use that bulk. And huge splash across Randy Myers' chest.
Bishop is going to try his luck again as Randy Myers continues to wince in pain. Bish with Myers' ankles now. Kick right into the sternum. Bish is going to bring him up. No, Randy with a reverse. Hooks him. 2-0 just in the nick of time. Bish is out. Big clothesline from the big man. Now that will take months and years off your life.
It certainly will, but a credit to Randy Myers. He's taken some big-time punishment already in this match, but this is, I believe, his first match in the Lower Mainland in quite a long time, and it's going to take a lot to keep him down for the 3 count.
Again kicking out. What a battle of attrition between these two seasoned Pacific Northwest veterans. Bishop and Ravenous Randy Myers putting on one heck of a show here tonight at the Vancouver Convention Centre. And gentlemen, you've tried to pin Randy 3, 4, 5 times and you can't close it. What is Bishop thinking right now?
Randy being able to survive this onslaught from Bishop is only adding to his frustration, and we'll see how he utilizes it this time, because NEW1 obviously got overconfident and came up short.
He's got to take it to another level of brutality if he wants to keep his opponent down for that 3 count.
Misses with the big swing. Big chop from Randy Myers, who's bleeding in the back. Bish now taking a couple of punishments, including that elbow right to the esophagus, followed by a boot. Got to wonder how much he's on those kicks from Randy Myers.
As finally Bishop comes off his feet. How many strikes was that from Ravenous Randy, and the big man would not go down.
Here it comes, the suplex he was talking about.
If he gets the big man up, I'll be shocked. Bish blocking the first one, blocking the second one. Who will it be? He can't get the big man up. Now it's Bishop who gets Randy up. Oh, Randy Myers, finally mission accomplished.
18 months of planning and plotting, and he hit that suplex.
I didn't think that Randy Myers had anything left in those legs to get a guy 255 pounds up into the air.
Well, wait a minute, gentlemen. Look at the stage here. You mentioned it before, Rob Fay, Christopher Cassidy.
Whoa, the most renowned manager in the Northwest, making his way to the ring, cane and briefcase in hand. Why is Christopher Cassidy here?
He's got a lengthy history with Randy Myers. A lengthy history of antagonizing him. We'll see if they write another chapter in that rivalry here this evening.
Back and forth, these two veterans going. And Cassidy finally getting the attention of Myers. Oh, Bishop taking advantage. Could it be? Oh, that has to be it. That has to be it. Hooks the leg and gets the 3 count. And Christopher Cassidy has done it again.
Bishop!
Bishop not wasting any time there. Once he hit that huge move, capitalized immediately, and he's now 1-1 in NEW.
Tell me that Bishop is not pairing up with Christopher Cassidy, who looks like he's here on a recruitment trip.
At the same time, full credit to Randy Myers, who would not stay down, withstood a ton of offense from Bishop, and it was only with the distraction.
Did we just see an agreement fall into place between Bishop and Christopher? Oh my goodness.
Bishop seemed to like what was in that briefcase.
And why wouldn't he? Christopher Cassidy, you know he travels with some bands of money around him. Randy Myers hit with that briefcase. Christopher Cassidy is in the house, and Bishop could be the newest member of that stable.